Alright, today it's story time. We are going to discuss about a famous Zen Buddhist monk, Bodhidharma. If you have already seen this movie, Elama River, then you know who Bodhidharma is or have a rough idea of his origins. But were they true? Was he a doctor or was he completely something else? Let's find out. According to what we know from the history books, Bodhidharma was the third son of a Pallava king from 5th century. That's about 1000 years after the life of Buddha. Having developed an interest in Buddhism at a very early age, his father found him a Buddhist monk, a Zen Buddhist monk. Prajnatra means pearl of wisdom. Under Prajnatra, Bodhidharma learns the principle of non-duality, becomes a monk, and chooses to travel to northeastern India. From there, he eventually moves to northern China, and that's where he becomes popular. This was the time when Buddhism was flourishing in China. Just in north of China, more than 5,000 Buddhist temples were built. So this must not have been too difficult for Bodhidharma to go and settle there. There were also a lot of translations available and translators who translated text in Pali and Sanskrit to Chinese. The first 10 years of Bodhidharma's life in China is largely undocumented. So he probably learned Chinese, taught meditation or Buddhist principles to people around there, but nothing is really documented. After the first 10 years, the next 12 years of his life is when he gets popularity. And you'll be surprised to find out what he did. He walks to the top of a mountain, finds a cave, and sits down facing a wall. And that's all he does for most of his life for the next 12 years. Everyone wonders, what is he doing? And so he becomes popular. While there is some kind of mystery around what he was capable of or what his intellectual skills were, he really did become famous. This is more like the time where a montage plays in a movie and when Rambo or the protagonist is training in the background. With his popularity, he gets his first famous student, Huke. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. Huke is Bodhidharma's second student and the second Chinese patriarch. And do you know who is the first Chinese Zen patriarch? It's none other than Bodhidharma. So there is a very popular story about the first meet between Bodhidharma and his disciple, Huke. Huke is an arrogant and an intelligent man searching for a guru. Roaming all around the city in which he lives, he finally learns about Bodhidharma and goes to meet him up the hill on a winter evening. It's snowing and it's freezing cold. After looking at Huke, Bodhidharma refuses to let him in. Lets Huke freezes in cold. Carving for attention, Huke does something very dreadful. He cuts off his arm and bleeds. This is when Bodhidharma notices his seriousness about learning and becoming a disciple. He invites him into the cave, as the story goes, and asks, "What do you want to learn?" Huke says, "Master, bring me peace. My mind is restless. It's as if I've got a hole inside. I've learnt a lot of books, but I'm not feeling complete. Help me." Bodhidharma replies, "That's not a problem. All you need to do is just bring me your mind and I will set it at peace." Puzzled, Huke goes back, pondering over what he was taught. After a long time, he comes back saying, "Master, I searched everywhere. But my mind is unfindable. I can't find it." "Then," said Bodhidharma, "I have set it at peace." This is another classic Buddhist story where the message leaves all of us ponder over what the real answer is. And this is one of the core ideas of Zen teachings. They don't give you the solution in a plate. They let you think, they trust you can find the solution, and only give you act like a signpost. So that's one of the first famous story of a conversation between Bodhidharma and his disciple. There is one more famous story where Bodhidharma goes and meets the King Wu in southern China. Let's discuss about that in the next video. Thank you.